Hey y'all, welcome back.
It's Wednesday, so it's time to wing it.
Yeah, and we are here at an awesome bucket list place.
Oh yeah.
Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota. And actually we're in the north unit of the park right now and at the River Bend Overlook, and wow.
That's all you can say is wow, wow.
So our topic this week is, can you say bucket list? So stick around. So if you missed this last Sunday's video, you may want to check it out because it was about it's our first of two videos about the FMCA rally.
In Minot.
In Minot, yeah. So
it was quite the experience. It was our first big RV rally.
So you might say you might not want to miss it.
That's a good pun.
Moving on.
In another category.
Let's talk about Wingin' It. If you're not familiar with Wingin' It, we publish video every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central. And what we do is we set the timer on the phone, talk about the topic. When the timer goes off, we wrap things up. It's unedited, we wing it.
We wing it. So let's get rolling.
Normally our Wingin' It's are 10 minutes, but with Grammy K along, our Wingin' It's with Grammy K, we're extending to 15 minutes. And let's go on the clock. We are winging it.
We're winging it.
So bucket list.
Wow.
Well, you know, I didn't even know, honestly, that Theodore Roosevelt National Park was on my bucket list. But after having just spent a couple days here, and then we're going to the South Unit after this, yeah, it is definitely bucket list worthy. What an amazing place.
And part of this is Medora, which is on the south side, and that's where they do a play. Mm-hmm. It's a national park, a play about the national parks and Theodore Roosevelt and the starting of national parks. And we're going to get to have a dinner also.
Right. Food on a pitchfork.
Yeah. They're going to cook our steaks on a pitchfork. Now, I mean, how cool is that? I mean, I can't wait. I mean, this play is supposed to be awesome. It's outdoor, and just kind of like before we did Paladuro in Texas has an outdoor play. Well, this one is kind of like that, but it's about the national parks.
Right. And so that inspired us, you know, being here on, you know, let's talk about bucket lists. You know, there's so many different ways that folks can define a bucket list.
Yes, that's for sure.
And there's no rules. Whatever you feel like should be on your bucket list should be on your bucket list. So,
yeah, because I know Mom has a serious bucket list trip coming up after this one.
Right, that's right. I'm heading out to Australia and New Zealand. The back country, y'all.
Yeah.
Not a bad way to spend some time.
Not a bad way, but I mean, on this trip, we have already had several basically bucket list items. I mean, let's see, we went to Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
Crazy Horse.
Crazy Horse.
Which was awesome. We're going to show that to you guys in a future video.
Yeah.
And, you know, before Crazy Horse, I heard two sides. Some folks loved it. Some folks said, it's just, you know, you drive up and you can see the sculpture from the road and that's all I need. But there was so much more there, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, wait till you see the video.
A full museum and stuff. It was awesome.
Yes, it was.
And of course, go ahead, Mom.
No, Mount Rushmore was beautiful as well. It's limited in some respects because there is construction going on, but you still get the grandeur of the monument itself and what's going on around it.
Yeah, and how about Custer State Park?
Oh, that was awesome. That was like 4 or 5 different sections, you know, and beautiful roads, scary roads, but fantastic views.
Yeah, we didn't even know really about Custer State Park till we scheduled this trip, and when we booked it, that was awesome. And if I'm here to tell you, look that up, Custer State Park. That's the place to stay if you're going to go to.
If you're going to the Black Hills of South Dakota.
Oh my gosh, and it should be a bucket list. If it's not, it should be. And it has a lot of bison as well, which, by the way, here in Theodore Roosevelt, we have definitely seen the bison.
Oh my gosh. We got here yesterday. And we've already been in several bison jams, as they call it, where the bison are just in the road, maybe walking toward you, maybe walking in front of you, walking across.
And you give them space.
Yes.
Yeah, and oh, by the way, yes, that's buffalo, but they technically are bison. I mean, we all grew up thinking they were buffalo, but I guess technically they're bison.
That's what we understand.
That's what we understand.
Hey, but I'm wearing the right shirt.
Yes, she is.
Shout out to our friends in Kittyquay at the Bison Cafe.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah. Good place. But I mean, so let's see. So we said we did Mount Rushmore.
Yep. And Crazy Horse and Custer State Park. We also went to Badlands National Park, which I've wanted to see for a really long time.
Oh, and they've got one of it, which is going to be on a future video. One of the most beautiful drives in America.
Yeah, it is amazing.
And we got that on tape, and we will be showing you that in the future. And that is a bucket list ride.
It is. And from here, you know, we still have left on our trip Yellowstone National Park and Grand Tetons, and holy cow. I mean, my mind is on overload with all the things we're seeing on this trip. But you know, a bucket list doesn't just have to be national parks. Although, my personal bucket list, I'd love to see all of the major national parks and as many of the monuments and seashores and everything else, historical sites that we can. There's so many of them, though. Wow.
Yeah, and I just got to say, we wanted to film this here because, for me, what you're looking out at is one of the most incredible sights I have ever seen.
It is beautiful.
I mean, let me see if I can just
kind
show.
Of panoramic it around.
But
and listen how quiet it is, y'all.
And where we're standing at is a CCC structure.
Y'all know we love that. And this is really interesting because, so it's called Theodore Roosevelt National Park. We found this out this morning. It's the only national park, or at least major national park, that is named for a person.
Yeah.
And pretty fitting that it would be named for Theodore Roosevelt, who obviously played a huge role in launching the national park system. But he had a ranch on the part of the property that makes up the park now, back in the day. And I can see why he loved it. But this particular CCC structure, this overlook, this was actually built before this became a park. They weren't sure maybe it was going to be a state park or a recreation area or maybe a national park. Who knew? They hadn't decided yet, but they knew that this particular spot was amazing. So they consider this kind of the overlook that started the park, that inspired the park.
Oh, absolutely. As soon as you walk up to this, you know exactly why they made this a national park. I mean, there's absolutely no doubt about it. And this structure is really cool. Let's kind of show them this structure.
Yeah. The little Missouri,
Yeah, that's the little Missouri.
What's behind it?
the little Missouri River.
And we just saw a couple of deer crossing the river down in the distance. So that was super neat. But yeah, you know, let's get back to bucket list. Mom, what are some of the things that are still on your bucket list?
Well, the Australia and New Zealand one, of course, and I've had a lot of them already filled. At my age, man, you got to work fast. But yeah, I still want to skydive. They're all saying no, but it'll be there someday before I get too old and decrepit.
I think I'll pass on the skydiving.
Well,
But, you know, for me, I want to see, you know, just neat and interesting places. I
Yeah.
want to learn history about the places that we're going, and even places like Wall Drug. You know, you'll see that in a future video. That was super fun.
That was
And I
awesome.
think, you know, bucket list worthy if you're looking at kind of quirky roadside attractions, because it had a really neat story behind it.
I think that's the main thing we look for is just unusual things. Small towns are
Oh, yeah.
so interesting. When we come into these little towns and people just greet you like you're a longtime cousin that came back with winning the lotto, I mean, it's amazing though. Really, they're sincerely wanting to share, and those local people can fill you in on more things than you can go to the local library and look up. Just talk to them. They'll be glad to answer your questions or point out certain points, good places to eat, good places to go look at a rock. I mean, that's what we've enjoyed as well.
Oh, that's for sure. Honey, what are some of the things on your bucket list?
Well, part of my bucket list would be to be in all 50 states
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that would be
and RV in all 50 if we can. I mean, Hawaii's going to be tough. We'll have to rent one in Hawaii.
I don't think we can put pontoons on the breeze.
No, so the RV in Hawaii, we're going to have to rent one, but I think we can still make that happen.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
But just the other day, we added this state, North Dakota, which was our 20th state
To RV in.
to RV in. I mean, we've all been in a lot more than 20, but Stacy and I have RV'd in 20 states. Now, for us to count it, we've gone through more than 20 states. But we have to stay at least a night in the RV in that state to count it. So we've got 20, and we're going to be heading towards 21 here in a couple days.
days.
Montana.
Montana. We're going to get.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Mom's been there, but I haven't actually ever been in Montana, so this will be the first time for me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
My parents lived in Montana for a while,
Yep.
and my sister was born in Montana. So it'll be cool to be able to go to Montana.
Yep. It will be.
So that's kind of, and obviously the national parks. That's bucket list for me. And I'm with Mom. Australia would be on the bucket list.
I'd love to RV all around Canada also.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That would be awesome.
I mean, I'd like to RV in Mexico.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I would want to do it caravan style, I think. We'll just have to put together a group and we can all go down to Mexico. I think that would be fun. We'll do that one day. We'll put that on a lot of our list. So you know what? If you would like to do that, let us know. And maybe one day we can all put something together. And all go
And that's
down.
something that is on my bucket list. I would love for us to all get together one day and do a big RV Texas Y'all rally. How fun would that be?
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you interested?
Are you interested? If you are, tell us about it. If you'd be interested in us putting together a rally where we all can get together, I mean, that would really be cool. We know more about rallies now. We've been to a small one lately, and we've been to a very, very big one
yeah.
lately.
Yeah, that's
And-
for
Over
sure.
1,700 rigs.
Which that was
Oh.
kind of a bucket list item for me. I really was looking forward to going to that, and it did not disappoint. You
No,
know,
really
so yeah, and so I mean, what's on your bucket list? You know, tell us, put it down below. Things that you want to do, places you want to go. Doesn't even have to be with the RV. I
No.
mean,
Could be anything. If you want to learn certain languages, or I'd like to learn something new every day. So that's kind of an ongoing bucket list challenge that I have, for myself, is to try to learn something new every day, or wherever we go, try to learn about the places we're going.
I think that's a good goal. I mean, I have that goal as well. I mean, if once you stop learning, I mean, it almost ends. You have to continue to learn. I don't care, all the way to the end. We got to always get better every day.
Maybe you want to try something new, or just
share it.
And yeah,
If
maybe
you've done one, share it with RV Texas, y'all. They always look forward to listening and hearing it.
Oh, I'd love to hear what your favorite, just like, oh my gosh, this place is amazing places, or oh my gosh, that was the funnest thing I ever did, or, I'd love to spend more time too going to some of the really cool, quirky festivals. you know?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, and okay, so things we've been to. You could also tell us bucket list that you've already touched, and mine would be the 7 sacred pools in Hawaii.
That was awesome.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that
Been there.
yeah, to me that's one of the most stunning sights I've ever seen in my life, and that was really cool. So if you ever get to Hawaii, you know, on Maui, 7 sacred pools, don't forget that. Try to go to that. Road to Hana, it's all part of the same thing, and it's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So
I've been to the 3 largest canyons in the United States. I've been to the Grand Canyon, I've been to Waimea Canyon, and I've been to Paladuro Canyon, so that was pretty fun.
well, I've checked 2 of the 3. Believe it or not, I've never been to the Grand Canyon, so that's still on my bucket list.
We're gonna have to go.
That's amazing, really. And at my age, I put down my notes as much as I can because I'll forget it tomorrow. But anyway,
What's your favorite place you've been to, Mom? That would be a bucket list.
my favorite place I've been to would probably be in Austria. Not disregarding our good old America. They've got beautiful places. I don't care where you are. That's beautiful. But the most unusual, where I got to climb the Alps, that was a bucket list.
That would be a bucket list.
Climbing the Alps, that would be a bucket list for sure.
So don't forget to share with us your favorites, your ideas, your goals, places that you've been that we definitely need to put on our list.
Yeah, what you might suggest we try to see along the way.
Oh, absolutely, because we're going to have a lot more of these extended trips coming up in the future.
That's for sure. Why don't we kind of move over here and let this young man enjoy this beautiful view we've got. Oh, look at there.
And there we go.
There we go.
Here's
We
our
can.
time.
Time is up. Stacy's going to turn it off. Let's go to where we have a little light here.
There you go. All right, one last view here
Yeah.
at the Riverbend Scenic Overlook in the North Unit of Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota. Can't wait to show you a lot more of this park in a future video.
Yeah.
Until next time, y'all, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already joined us for our adventures.
Give us a thumbs up.
And keep on winging it. Safe travels.
And happy camping.
And y'all come back now. You hear?
Bye.
Bye.